Here we are at Jesuit High School with a basketball game. I am Max Barton.
And I'm Aiden Azevedo.
And we are your announcers for Clackamas versus Jesuit High School. Really excited for this game. Really excited to see both of these teams. Jesuit sitting at the number 10 seed. Clackamas sitting at the number 12 seed. Should be a very close game. Both teams have some really strong players, really good competition, and I'm just excited to see the matchup.
Me too. I'm excited to see what Clackamas has tonight. They have some pretty big tools. Ben Gregg at center, and Jesuit also Roy Bunn and a few other players that can help turn over the game and get the teams rolling for themselves. These teams are getting warmed up. I think the energy tonight is pretty high. I've never seen these two teams as energetic as I do tonight, especially after LSI.
Yeah, and Clackamas is coming off of 4 wins tonight. Jesuit is currently 3-4 in their last 4 games. Clackamas has done a great job capitalizing against teams like Southridge, Westland, Wilsonville. Jesuit's done the same with Sprague, Wilsonville, and Grant. And the Wilsonville scores are pretty similar for both teams, about a 10-point differential. So that just shows how even the matchup is going to be. And like Aiden was saying, Ben Gregg is a D1 potential recruit. He's been looking at some colleges recently, and he is just a super talented player. And it's just going to be interesting to see how Jesuit can counter that skill.
That's correct. And Jesuit, coming off LSI, was 2-2. Not a bad performance from them in that tournament. They lost to Mater Day and West Lynn after beating West Lynn by 1 point in the regular season.
And Mater Day is nationally ranked in the top 25 teams in the nation. They're obviously a very talented team, and Jesuit played them really close in the first half. I believe it was within 10 points for the first 2 quarters. And that just shows the potential Jesuit has, and especially if they can stay consistent, they should have no problem with any team in state if they show up like they did for that first half.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to our starting lineups for tonight. For Jesuit, we have at point guard James Lang, guard Roy Bunn, Liam Rutledge, Matthew Levis, and Aiden Corbett. And for Clackamas,
we have Austin Keel, Daniel Mayer, KJ Horsley, Damon Erickson, Ben Gregg, Jack Dorn, Michael Vorobitz, Derek DiGiorio, Nate Newton, Jack Jaha, Ryan Lewis,
we knew their guard
Sam
play was
Wong,
outstanding.
and Izzy
We just
Baker.
thought it was
and for the starters out of that bunch, we've got KJ Horsley, Damon Erickson, Ben Gregg, Ryan Lewis, and
We
Izzy
thought both
Baker.
of us were top 8 teams.
Like we said, Ben Gregg is a player to watch. He is number 12.
Welcome, ladies and
6'9",
gentlemen, to the second round
big
of the
presence
playoffs here
out
in Oregon.
Out on the court, and he can do everything. He can shoot, he can distribute, and he can score inside. Believe it or not.
And it's going to be interesting to see what Jesuit is going to do on trying to control him in the paint, because he is 6'9", and the second tallest player is 6'4", and that is
Izzy Baker.
Yeah.
And Jesuit, their height is kind of lacking compared to Clackamas. Jesuit only at their highest at 6'4" with Charlie Pickard. And that's not much compared to the 5-inch differential with Gregg. But if Jesuit plays a zone and really packs it in and limits the ball in Gregg's hands, they might be able to shut this team down. But Gregg isn't the only presence out on the court. He's definitely their outstanding player, but everybody on this team can do something. And if Jesuit doesn't control that, they're going to have some trouble. Liam Rutledge is definitely one of their better three-point shooters, and if he shows up tonight, it's going to be a hell of a game. So
3 minutes until we start here tonight.
As the crowd files in, looks like this is gonna be a pretty packed game in the Crusaders gym.
We are going to take this into a little pregame video from the last time that Jesuit met Clackamas here.
Third seed Jesuit Crusaders matchup against the Clackamas Cavaliers. We got an action-packed night ahead of us. Two teams that just can't lose. Passionate teams, teams that have given it their all this season and really hope to go far. Both teams have potential to go as far as possible. Inbound to Gonzalez, 3 seconds. Golder's got it. Easy layup at the buzzer. He definitely got that.
They waving it off. They're waving it off.
Jesuit wins by 2. Huge win for the Crusaders. That one really looked like it got off in time.
Playoff game.
We knew their guard play was outstanding, and we just thought it was going to be an up and down game where they were going to make a lot of plays, and we just had to try to make one more. We knew it was a really equal, balanced team. We thought both of us were top 8 teams and deserved, to be in the Child Center, but we knew only one of us was going to get there.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second round of the playoffs here in Oregon. The number 3 seed Jesuit Crusaders matchup against the Clackamas Cavaliers. We got an action-packed night ahead of us. Two teams that just can't lose. Passionate teams, teams that have given it their all this season and really hope to go far. Both teams have potential to go as far as possible. Inbound to Gonzalez, 3 seconds. Golder's got it. Easy layup at the buzzer. He definitely got that.
They waving it off. They're waving it off.
Jesuit wins by 2. Huge win for the Crusaders.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise, remove your hats, and join us as we honor America by celebrating our freedom and those who protect it with the singing of our national anthem.
That was quite the finish to the last Clackamas show-off with a 2-point differential at the end of the game with a Clackamas buzzer beater called back. Aiden, what are your thoughts on that?
And I mean, as I was looking at that video, I saw that there was still a second left on the clock, and I'm not sure exactly how they managed to miss that, especially after the ref was there, clear shot at looking at the scoreboard, and they didn't even have a chance to talk about it before they made the decision.
Yeah, one of the referees actually ran off the court in fear of the Clackamas fans. They got a little rowdy after the play, and I don't blame them, man. It was Interesting. Our site monitor and our security guard had to actually escort the referees off the court for fear of harassment because it was an interesting call. Definitely could have gone both ways, but in my opinion, definitely should have gone Clackamas' way to tie the game up instead of overtime. And here we are, walking out our Crusaders, our home team here.
Clackamas all ready to go here. Jesuit getting their pregame talk hyping, getting ready for this game.
See who Jesuit is going to have with the tip, and Corbett a little bit shorter than Mr. Greg out here. So
Both teams ready.
and the game is underway, and not even a jump from Corbett. And Lang squaring up against number 10, KJ Horsley. Now, Greg with the ball, taking it inside, and a steal picked off by Liam Rutledge.
It's a good start from Jesuit in the paint, just looking to get that quick hand in, get that ball stolen from Ben Gregg, and that's going to be influential throughout the rest of this game.
And the ball swung around into Levis's hands, looking for some space. Now in Roy Lonte, can't quite get into the paint, and looks what he's trying to do. There's James rotating the ball, cutting through. Levis looking to get inside, takes over the top, can't quite get it. And Greg with the rebound. And there's Horsley bringing the ball back up. James is going to square up, get ready for the offense.
And now this is interesting because Ben Gregg is playing very high here. He is running the top of the three-point, looks like, just off the mark there for his first attempt at the basket.
Man, you can just see him tower over that Jesuit defense. And a tip.
Wasn't sure. It looked like Roy almost lost his fingers there.
And Horsley bring the ball up once more. Looking to get a little creative against Lang.
Erickson to drive, now to Gregg.
Great defense by Rolante Bunn.
Erickson out to Horsley.
Horsley driving.
And
a tip off of Rutledge's fingers. And it's a call towards the other way.
It did look like it was deflected, but it came off of Horsley as he was trying to look to get it out to the three-point for a three-point opportunity. As Roy brings it up, Horsley to defend.
There's Rutledge with the ball, swinging to Levis. And the kick to Lang. Lang with a quick release, and it's a three-point. Jesuit 3, Clackamas 0.
Great ball movement from Jesuit there, just to get the open opportunity to Lang, just the patience to get it out wide for him to shoot it in for a good three-point.
There's number 55, Izzy Baker. To number 11, Damon Erickson. Still holding on to the ball. And there's a shot
deflected.
from Ryan Lewis. Horsley taken inside, draws the foul. 2 shots on the line. And Horsley with the first miss on the free throw. And a second miss from Horsley. Unfortunate to try and get the 2 points on the board. Now Roy Lonte with the ball to Levis. To Rutledge. To Bunn again.
Horsley doing a good job of defending here. It looks like when they do force him down to that baseline, they're trying to double him to get the ball back.
And, you know, there's quite the mismatch. James Lang with Ben Gregg, and that's interesting.
It was a good strip by Horsley, but it is out of bounds for Jesuit basketball on the baseline.
And, with the height advantage that Clackamas has, it's really easy for them to play a man defense, and it seems to be working out pretty well. Jesuit really can't penetrate due to the size.
It is difficult to get by them as they collapse all in the middle.
There's Levis. Nothing really falling for Jesuit or Clackamas. Neither team has really hit anything.
Baker out to Horsley.
Horsley moving the ball around. Lewis on the ball, kicks it to number 55, Izzy Baker, and a drive, and there's the first points for the Cavaliers.
And that was a tough shot. He got it to fall, though.
Now Levis is looking for Roylante. To Rutledge again. To Corbett. Lang looking to do something with the ball. Clackamas defense is really forcing him back. Playing a very perimeter game, and that's shown with only shot being a 3.
They are staying pretty tight. Just looking to force them in so they can collapse.
There's Roy on top, looking to drive, and he's got a lane. And gets blocked.
Horsley to bring it up. Good steal back by Roy.
Covers. Looking to go hard. And a great kick. Levis open for the 3. And just in and out.
But a great opportunity from Lang to get it back for his team. And Roy up with the floater. Hits it in.
Roy really wasn't feeling it. And I think now he's feeling it.
Looked like a travel there because he did get swatted by Levis and picked up his dribble. But Roy to come to the other end. 4, 5.
Levis wide open.
Miscommunication from Clackamas, but fortunately it did go over the basket.
And there's Connor Colas coming in, along with Spencer McKelligan coming off. We got Aiden Corbett and Liam Rutledge. So 2 new bodies for Jesuit. Connor being a great shooter, and Spencer kind of an all-around player that can really work the ball wherever he wants.
Let's see now what Connor is going to do against Greg here. Tough matchup that looked like a charge and was. Great feat by Lang just to set himself.
Making sure he's planted. Got the call going his way, and that's a great momentum shift.
3 minutes remaining in this first quarter. 5-4 Jesuit.
And there's Roylante bringing the ball up. McKelligan looking to set a screen, rolls off it. Connor going up, and a great take by Colas. Well done by their big man.
This is what I mean. They're very comfortable with bringing Greg up, just getting him going. He starts to facilitate the game, and
Connor
that's pretty important.
Very high defense, double team.
Ooh.
Great defense, but does draw a foul. Greg looking a little frustrated. Yeah, if Jesuit can keep him on the perimeter, it should be
Lewis to inbound to Horsley. Greg looking to work it. Good defense by Claus.
Going inside.
Oh. It looked like a good block by McKelligan, but he is called for the foul. 2 shots for Greg.
So if Greg can sink these and get the game within 1 point.
Spencer McKelligan, his first personal. And Greg at the line for 2.
Greg can't hit his first one. And the substitution coming in, number 34, Ryan Lewis, coming out for number 21, Derek Di
Gregorio. Greg hits the second one. He does look a little frustrated. His coach just trying to amp him up again. There is still a lot of game to play here, so we're going to see how he starts to open up as Roy gets the ball here on the outside. Good screen by McKelligan. Roy looking to work on Greg.
Out look pass, James tipped away. Great defense by Damon Erickson. There's Greg bringing the ball up. Ball's kicked out. Spencer McKelligan is there to prevent the shot. Oh.
Di Gregorio bringing
Looks
it
like he
out.
could have shifted his foot a little bit there, but refs are going to let it play on.
Greg for 3, and
Greg
he does
sinks
hit it.
And that's the first lead for Clackamas.
And that is what he's capable of. He is an all-around player, and that's going to be difficult for Jesuit. That's a great pass in and a foul.
That was
Spencer McKelligan going up hard as a great pass from Rolante for the 2 shots now.
You know, Rolante is definitely starting to feel it a little bit. He's looking like he could also be a game changer here. And hits his first one. Game's tied back up. Sinks both of them. Horsley bring the ball up. And a great little floater.
Erickson.
Erickson. Well done. Rolante bringing the ball up. McKelligan setting a pick. Looks to roll off. Can't get the ball. There's Levis in the corner. McKelligan setting another screen.
Great move
Wide
by
open for the
Levis
three.
for McKelligan. Out wide.
Just
Great
misses
board
Lang
by
with the
Lang.
rebound. Travel. Didn't quite see that, but if the ref size were better than mine, the ref size were better than mine. And there's Roy Lance, Bunn, Spencer McKelligan, James Lang coming out, Mike Brittingham, Aiden Corbett, and Liam Rutledge coming back in. We've got definitely a taller lineup coming in here.
And I want to see how Jesuit's bench is going to do tonight against this team, because it is going to be difficult for a bench team to come in against Clackamas like this. They're a very good team, so we're going to see how these 3 players coming in are going to help affect the game. DiGregorio back up to Erickson, looking to move it in.
Looking to pull up,
Erickson
just off.
Good ball by Levis. Now he's looking to run a play.
So Jesuit's going to try and get the last shot here. Ball in the hands of Brittingham.
And they do like to keep it high. Look for their players cutting in the work.
15 seconds, 10 seconds. Levis looking to take it inside. Can he make something happen? Takes it over the top, just misses.
Greg for the last shot.
Yeah, just misses. And Jesuit trailing by 1 point at the end of the quarter. We still got 3 more. It's been a low-scoring first one. Only 19 points total. Here we are back for the second quarter. Jesuit Crusaders down by 1 point. It's been a very even game.
Both coaches looked very calm in getting the instructions out for this second quarter.
Jesuit seeming pretty confident, but Cavaliers are holding up a great defense.
And I'm
Connor
interested to
taking it
see
inside.
if Liam Rutledge is going to get open tonight, because he is a critical 3-point shooter.
And if they can swing it,
It's good defense by Cavaliers just to keep them in here. Jesuits keeping a high line.
there's Levis coming in. Great take. It's a lead for Jesuit.
So smooth around the corner just to lay that up and in. Great awareness.
Levis has really showed up, especially in the playoffs last year for Jesuit, helping Jesuit win their first state championship in a really long time. And you know, he's really bringing it this year too. He's been having a great year for for the Crusaders, really showing out every game, and that's important. This team is pretty consistent.
Erickson getting that bucket as Liam Rutledge gets the ball stolen from him.
And Rutledge
And
for three.
here's his three, and
And
that
knocks
is what
it
I'm
down.
talking about. that's what you want for Jesuit. As Liam just gets open on the outside, that's his shot.
You know, his release is so quick, it's pretty hard to get a hand in his face.
And he's usually that guy on the wing, just open and ready for that shot.
And there's Levis. Jesuit running the court. Liam, great pull-up. And there's 5 points for Liam.
Quick transition from Jesuit. Good awareness to look up, and that's Matthew Levis with the assist. As KJ Horsley is bringing up the ball, looking for Marler.
And trying to get the ball into the hands of Greg, as Greg is a solid 4 or 5 inches taller than in Corbett.
And he still
Roll
hasn't
off
gotten
for
himself
Horsley.
going.
Swing to the corner. Trying to push through a travel.
Great defense from Jesuit here. Brittingham and Qualis both stepping out, forcing that travel.
And there's James Lang and Rolante Bunn coming in for Mike Brittingham and Connor Colas.
And Lewis checking in for Mahler.
There's Rolante. And Levis taking it. Gets a foul. Oh,
And he did get the
offensive
charge.
foul.
It was a good plant from Cavaliers. I wasn't exactly sure who drew the charge. Horsley to inbound. Lang defending.
And Rolante looking to square up on defense.
And that's what's difficult. Greg, nothing's falling for him here as of early. Just a few points, but can't get the finishing touches on his in the paint opportunities. As
You know, Jesuit has really shown that they can hang with it. They can really compete with the height.
and I think they're starting to figure it out as Cavaliers are compressing in the paint. Jesuit is also starting to compress and kick the ball out wide, which is going to be very important for the three-point opportunities.
And there's Lang for three.
And
Knocks
Lang
it down.
not going to miss from there. 19-12 Jesuit. Timeout. Clackamas Cavaliers.
And Coach Potter's looking quite happy with the result of that ending, forcing a timeout. No. We'll see what the Cavaliers coach has to offer. Words of wisdom. Not quite sure, but I'm sure Potter will be praising his boys for this one.
The game is pretty packed tonight. Most packed I've seen here this season. I think this is a pretty big game for both sides. I think they want to prove themselves in the league. Coming off the LSI tournament, I think it's pretty important that these two teams face each other early off, and it's going to prep themselves just to really know and gear themselves up for the rest of the season.
Yeah, these teams are going to be similarly situated in the playoffs, around the same seed most likely, if season ends how it started so far. And they could definitely find themselves playing each other at some point. But for now, it's a Jesuit lead. And looking to do something is KJ.
Erickson out to Lewis, now to Greg, and that's good movement from Cavaliers for an easy layup for Greg.
There's Greg's first 2 points of the game. Our first 5, excuse me. And there's Lang on the ball. Lang pulling up. Just short, and Corbett with the rebound.
Great awareness just to stay in the paint, wait for that extra opportunity. It could have fallen, but he had great awareness just to stay in the paint for that extra second and get the second opportunity. Erickson looking for Greg's hands, but now is going to keep it himself. Over to Lewis, now to Greg, and a great steal by Corbett.
There's Rutledge. Looking to go inside. Oh,
And a great block by Lewis, and stolen by Erickson. Just a little bit too far of a pass from Corbett, but a great opportunity and a great defensive effort from Erickson.
Great defense on the Jesuit end, and there's Roy with one on him. And he goes up with it, and 2 points. The crowd is cheering for an and one. Not quite going to get it, but a great show of athleticism by Rolante Bond.
Now let's see what Horsley is going to do with his offense just to gear him back up. It is 23-14, closing in on the second quarter. Clackamas does just look a little bit disoriented. Not sure what plays they're running, but
Levis kicks to
Rutledge is having an opportunity.
Just
and
off.
Just off.
And a foul.
On Aiden Corbett.
23, Aiden Corbett. Coming in for Jesuit, Connor Colas. And Spencer McKelligan coming out for Aiden Corbett and Liam Rutledge.
Izzy Baker along with Jackson Jaha will be checking in for Cavaliers. Horsley to inbound.
Horsley against Lang. Lang's a great defensive player. Let's see if he can hold off Horsley. Horsley can really distribute the ball well. And if Lang can stop that, it's going to be a tough time for the Cavaliers.
Jaha. Now Greg, he does square for a three and knocks it down.
And, you know, Greg is a quick release for a 6'9" player. And that's pretty dangerous to have on the perimeter. And all of his shots have been falling.
And Potter is furious because he knows that those opportunities, player needs to be touch tight on Greg because he does get those opportunities and will tower over you for those threes because he can shoot. And a foul on Spencer McKelligan. Cavs to inbound on the side. Ryan Lewis to inbound.
To Horsley. Horsley bringing it from the back court.
Good defense from.
And a blocking foul on Matthew Levis.
It was good initial defense, but Lewis just got tied up with his legs, and Levis will be called for the foul. 2 shots for
Number
Lewis.
34, Ryan Lewis. And Rutledge coming in for Matthew Levis. Levis with a great game so far, along with Rutledge, and he knocks down the first one. And already being in the bonus is dangerous, especially for a team if they can hit their free throws. And if they can hit their free throws, then it could be a much closer game.
It is a 4-point game now. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this second quarter.
And Rolante bringing it up against Horsley.
Great defense from Horsley. Good moves from Rolante just to get in, and he just off the mark. That would have been a great highlight.
And McKelligan was fighting for the rebound. Couldn't quite get it. There was about 4 guys on him. Not much you can do there.
Greg looking to move.
And it's an accidental kick out and a knockdown
By Lewis.
Lewis with his first points on the board. And
Great look.
There's a 1-point game for you folks. And Connor Cole's coming with the ball. Callaghan rotating to Rolante. And a foul called on Horsley. This looks like Roy is going to be inbending or not.
And it will be interesting in the second half to see how the teams are going to manage their fouling, because Jesuit is already given the bonus to Cavs, and then they are on the 1-and-1. So that's going to be a big change of momentum during the second half, as it is only a 1-point game here. 1:30 to play in the second quarter.
And there's Connor rotating into Roy. To Lang.
Just trying to run down the clock just quite a bit.
And there's Lang inside. Pulls up from the free throw. Knocks it down. There's Lang putting the lead up to 3-point differential.
And he is a natural shooter. He can shoot anywhere he'd like, and that's very important for Jesuit. And it is another offensive foul.
And there's been quite a few offensive fouls on the Cavaliers so far, and that's could be a fatal mistake. You know, those fouls do add up, and we've seen that against Jesuit as well.
Coach Mitchell pleading his case, but Baker will be called for that foul.
And Lang is bringing the ball up to Colas. McCalligan looking to swing the ball. McCalligan in the corner. Back out to Colas, to Lang, to Rutledge. With 30 seconds left, let's see if Jesuit's trying to get the last shot. Jesuit's offense is very mesmerizing, lots of cuts, lots of passes. I would imagine on the defensive side, it's kind of hard to handle. Looks like Connor's going to take the last one. Going to be taking it inside against Greg.
Not much the Cavs can do here other than wait for an opportunity that Jesuit has.
Lang pulls up and hits it. And that's the end of the half. There's 28-22 in the Crusaders' favor. It's been a fantastic half so far. Both teams showing that they can hang with each other. The differential has not been much the entire game. And both teams look very strong coming off.
We are going to send it down to an interview with Coop Lake.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back. Third quarter's underway. 28-22, Jesuit still leading. Erickson with the ball. Greg looking to move in. Levis, yeah. Levis just off the mark. Horsley to move it up the court. Erickson. After the first half, Ben Gregg ends with 11 points, and James Lang also with 11 points. Erickson with the 2.
And there's Roy taking on Horsley. Looking to draw a foul. Doesn't get one. Roy taking it inside. Kicks it out to Levis. Levis with the punt fake. Wide open for 3.
Just off. Great effort by Rutledge, and just knocks it off of Ben Gregg for Jesuit ball.
Roy to Rutledge. Swinging it to Levis. And Rutledge with an easy, unlucky. And the Cavaliers storm the court. Spin move. Back in the hands, in the 3, just out.
Erickson just off, and it will be ruled out of bounds.
It's out of bounds. It'll be Jesuit basketball.
Levis to inbound to Lang.
Back to Levis. Levis bringing the ball up. Levis is pretty dominant when he's able to bring the ball up, has a lot to dictate with the game. And there's Lang to Roylante Bunn. Bunn looking to beat him on the dribble.
Not exactly sure what that call was, but it may have been a carry.
That's my guess as well. It wasn't too specific with the ref there, but if I had to say, it's carry.
Lewis to inbound to Horsley. Erickson on the outside, defended by Roy. Baker moving in. Greg now.
Greg gets fouled going up. Levis is disappointed in the call.
Aiden Corbett charged with the foul, his first. Ben Gregg at the line.
Greg misses his first free throw.
Second personal foul.
Although Greg does have 11 points, he has been a little bit quiet tonight, not being the playmaker that he usually is, averaging upward of 20 points.
You know, that could change, though. That could definitely change in the second half. There's Levis.
Hard drive in, and the Cavaliers are still double teaming on
Lang.
the upper areas of the
Looks like that
three-point.
could have been tipped as well. Not sure.
Great movement from Cavaliers.
Horsley goes up with it. What a play by the Cavaliers.
Horsley.
The mic wasn't on in the first 3 quarters, so
And there's Matt. Takes it up. And a great finish by Mr. Bunn. When Roy needs to score, Roy scores.
It was a quick transition. Roy just going up hard, getting the opportunity. Baker now back to Greg. Greg for the 3 and nails
hits
it. And
Greg is surprising me with his outside shot. He is a smooth jumper, a smooth release, and it's really shown. It's falling.
And Roy, another hard effort. Corbett to
Corbett.
get the rebound. Just up. Greg comes down hard. Horsley.
Greg coming inside. Aiden does a great job playing defense, and the tip back by number 34, Ryan Lewis. And the game is now in Clackamas' favor, and that is the first time since the first quarter that the score has been on the Cavaliers' side.
Picked up the tempo, putting in their opportunities in the paint. It's going to serve them well here for the rest of this game. Rutledge now
Kicking it to Lang. Jesuit's going to need some points to get back into this. Rolante. Lang. Levis looking to take the inside.
Roy for the three.
And knocks it down. There is a Jesuit lead again.
Good effort. Coach Mitchell was calling for a travel. It did look like a travel, but the ball ended up in Roy's hands for the easy three.
No, those are shots you have to knock down as a good player. And Roy shows he can.
Lewis into Baker. To Greg, and it looked like an offensive foul, and it was.
Lang did a great job of positioning himself there, making sure he gets the call. And that's 3 fouls on Greg, which could be some trouble coming in, and it's only halfway through the third quarter, so.
Still quite a bit of game to play here. 1 point game. Levis to bring it up.
Losing your leading scorer to foul trouble is can be disastrous, to say the least.
Lang. Looking to drive. Good effort. Going up, just graces the rim. Comes down with it. Saves it into McCalligan.
And Roy looking to make a move on Horsley.
Roy, very strong, going up.
Roy goes up with it.
Determined to score. And a travel.
The momentum is definitely starting to shift towards Jesuit's favor. Can the Cavaliers battle back? We will see.
Mistake like that can be costly because it is a 3-point game, but opportunities like this can increase the lead in Jesuit's favor. And turnover. Coach Potter a little bit upset with himself for that play call. Horsley to inbound. Muller back to Horsley. A little nudge. Crowd doesn't like it. DiGregorio. Now to Ben Gregg at the post. Good take. Levis comes down with it. Looking. Roy. Quick little move. Back to Levis for the 3-point.
Can he knock it down?
He
Yes,
does.
he can.
Matthew Levis from Roy Clackamas.
Levis and Bunn are putting on a show for the Crusaders. Doing a great job of securing a lead, keeping it not close.
30-second timeout for the Cavaliers. Mitchell telling his players to step quicker, and that's very important because Jesuit does have these shooters, and as the game progresses, they only get warmer and warmer. So it's important that the Cavaliers look to step on those players quicker.
The Crusaders back on the court. Cavaliers looking to secure a lead, down by 6. You know, I could switch in 2 plays. You know, it's a close game still. Just a matter of the Cavaliers capitalizing on Jesuit's mistakes.
Horsley to bring it up. James Lang defending. Mahler.
Horsley. There's Levis with the ball.
Good tip by Spencer McCalligan. Just patience in the paint. Levis looking to attack. A great little floater, and he
just
doesn't get the roll.
out. And McCalligan battling. And it hits Greg's face a little bit.
Couldn't come down with it. Looks like Lewis is at the table
And
ready to
there's
check
Lang.
in.
The 3.
It looked like a travel, but
It's all right.
got the ball back. Roy push
Roy
it,
going
and
up.
the easy layup is blocked by Greg, but is called for a foul. 2 shots coming forward, Lante.
And if I'm not mistaken, that is Greg's 4th foul, which could be
Costly
painful.
down here, down in the road.
Ben Gregg is first.
2 shots for Roy.
Roy knocks it down.
Lewis did check in for DiGregorio. Lang does check out.
Roy knocks it down.
Rutledge checking in for Lante.
There's Levis tipping it out of bounds. Great defense on the Jesuit side.
Miscommunication from Cavaliers and an easy turnover point for Matthew Levis. Muller to bring it up. Liam Rutledge defending. Quick move by Muller just to get it out. Tipped away by Corbett. Out of bounds, Cavaliers ball. Lewis to inbound. Now Erickson at the top, defended by Qualis. A foul on Corbett. Push in the back on Ben Gregg.
Jesuit personal foul. Aiden Corbett, his third, second team foul.
Great defense from Connor Qualis, just denying Gregg of the ball. Horsley does inbound.
Double team on Greg.
Good defense from Jesuit. As they did double team, they were able to step. Gregg now looking to work in the paint. Good pass to Lewis for the easy layup. Levis looking to penetrate. Rutledge,
Pulling up.
quick little shot, and one.
Liam Rutledge, count the basket for three.
Quick little move to get inside for that and one. Good shot opportunity for him. One shot coming from Liam Rutledge.
Rutledge hits the free throw. Merlante coming in for Aiden Corbett.
Erickson to bring it up, defended by Levis.
And the ball to Horsley's hands. Liam.
Good defense. Gregg wasn't able to go anywhere, but it was a foul from Liam Rutledge on the side. Erickson to inbound.
Rutledge picks up the foul, his first, third team foul, second.
Connor Colas squaring up with Greg. Greg pulls up from deep, misses with a hand in his face.
Erickson does get the offensive rebound. Swatted away by Levis. Good recovery from McKelligan. Greg took a hard fall, just trying to brush it off now.
Levis waiting it out with 8 seconds on the clock. Looks like he's going to take it inside. Roy with 2 seconds.
Lost it. Mahler will not be able to get the opportunity. 45-34, Jesuits' favor. Start of the fourth quarter. Welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter will be starting here as Cavaliers are taking the court. Roy Launted it inbound. Coach Mitchell and Coach Potter are both confident in their teams this year. I think both teams have a good opportunity of making a good run towards the state championship. Jesuit, though, playing a great game tonight, up by 9.
You know, if Greg heats up, though, that difference could change quite a bit. Could even be.
As Greg does get the steal off Qualis to Lewis. Good
Great
look.
layup. Great decision to go up and under. Jesuit was there to block it. Now there's Levis.
Rutledge now. Erickson defending. Now to McCalligan, and they were not on the same page. Coach Potter is not happy.
Not too excited about that pass out of bounds.
McCalligan and Qualis coming out. Erickson and Horsley looking to move the ball up.
Horsley looking to take on Lang, but lays the ball off to Greg. Greg, a deep 3. Brick. Unlucky. He's been hitting those. You can't blame him for taking the shot. The shooter's going to shoot. And Levis with a great move. Going inside. Up and over.
Contact.
Gets the foul.
And 1. Great move by Levis. He is so quick to move into the paint and draw the contact for the and 1, and he has the ability to move the contact and still hit the basket.
Levis, if you can knock this down, it will be a over 10-point lead. Or, excuse me, over 11-point lead.
Greg comes down with the board. Now Erickson moving it up with Lewis. Great move on Rolante, and a great pass to Horsley for an easy layup.
Wide open. Game was within 9 again. Rolante one-on-one with Horsley.
Roy is so quick as well. Great move, just
right
high
off
off the glass.
And Corbett can't quite tip it in. It's a heartbreaker.
Out to Erickson, a good little move. Steps in for the 2. Misses. Baker gets his rebound. Out to Lewis, now to Greg. Now back down to Baker. Working in on Lang, and it's a great little hook.
Great post move. Noticing the matchup he had against Lang. Lang is not an inside defender. He doesn't quite have the height. Outside he's great, but props to number 55, Izzy Baker, noticing that.
Ooh. Levis, another great move. Game is 7 points. Baker now backing in again, and he is out of bounds. Jesuit ball on the baseline. 5:45 to play in the 4th quarter.
Levis bringing the ball up. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left on the clock for the game.
Levis, another hard move, and it's a great opportunity. Just won't fall for him.
Yeah, just not falling for Jesuit at the moment. They don't have too much to worry about. It's still a 7-point lead, but 2 threes, and Cavaliers are within 1.
A long inbound for Roy. Horsley to defend. Rutledge, defended by Greg.
There's Lang on the ball.
Cavs still wanting to force Jesuit to play into the paint so they can close. The double team, though, has proven to be difficult as Jesuit is quick enough to move the ball out wide for the open shot.
There's Roy to Levis. Levis holding onto the ball. Takes it inside. There's Corbett back to Roy Lance.
Good movement from Jesuit, staying patient, as is Cavaliers. Great move from Lang, and it's a brilliant layup. Potter getting his team hype. Erickson defended by Levis. Baker
Great
to pick
defense. Baker, a block for Corbett. Great defense, but it's an and 1. Baker going up, getting that extra point, and if he hits this, the game is within 6.
Wasn't expecting that to fall for him. He had 3 guys on him.
A point is a point, though. Basket's a basket.
1 shot for Baker here. Erickson and Horsley in the backcourt.
And just misses.
Over the back from Lewis.
That would have been a great offensive board if he was in front of him, but he wasn't. So
Corbett is out. Qualis looking to check in.
there's Levis.
Still plenty of game left here for Cavaliers to change the momentum of the game. As Levis is bringing the ball up, Roy will now get it.
Levis even faked me out on that shot. I thought he was going to go up for it. But
Now Rutledge.
Roy looking to rotate the ball back around. And it's laying on the ball. Back to Rutledge. Colas. Colas turns him.
Rutledge out on the wing
And
for the
just
3.
short.
Just off. Greg's going to get that rebound all day. Horsley to push. Quick push, and it's a great move. And
Great
he does
take
get
by
in.
Horsley. And it's a timeout called by the Cavaliers.
We're
We're
going
gonna go down and get an interview with Jesuit's very own Roy Lante-Bunn.
Bounce back the next day, though. Next couple of days, and got dubs, so great time.
Great. Clackamas has been traditionally known as a pretty strong team. So how do you think you and your team are going to adapt tonight?
Focus on the game plan. They have one great player that we have to key in on. So limit his touches and make other players make plays, and I think we'll be fine.
Awesome. Lastly, are there any pregame rituals that you do before the game to get psyched?
Always listen to some Gun and Lil Baby. It's my pregame rituals, and stretching is the most important thing so I can get loose.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Roy.
That was Roy Lante-Bunn and Cooper Lake. 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Jesuit 49. Cavaliers have cut down the lead.
Just 5 points.
It does always get interesting here, I feel like, at Jesuit. Games always come down to the wire just at the end of the 4th quarter.
You know, that's a blessing and a curse for Jesuit. I mean, that close game is always motivation, more exciting for the fans. But at the same time, you know, the game can go both ways. And that's frustrating.
Rutledge looked to get that opportunity for 3, just had to kick it back out to Levis. Levis looking to work on Lewis. He does. Out to Roy Lante. He's going to relax with it. Levis gives it to Roy. Roy Lante looking to move. James Lang, not only in Rutledge. Good movement, good defense from Cavs, staying calm. Levis looking to work on Baker. Gets it to Qualis. Now moving in, Lang at the top of the arc.
It's Levis.
Now Levis is
taking
moving
inside.
in. And it's
Levis goes up and gets 2 points for Jesuit.
if they did get that stop there, it could have changed the momentum here. That was a vital layup for Levis. Give Jesuit back that lead. Horsley, fortunate to fall for him. Gets an easy layup.
Unlucky for the Jesuit defense.
5-point lead.
Roy going up, just can't get it, but it's a good take. Just an unlucky finish.
Horsley to look up for Lewis. Gets his own. Could have been a travel.
But the refs aren't going to call it. Coach Potter speaking up.
Greg looking to slow it down. 1:30 to play.
It'd be dangerous if the Cavaliers hit a 3 right now.
And just off the mark, Rutledge comes down with the strong board, and Erickson almost fouling. Roy does get the intentional foul. Foul will be on Horsley. Not quite the bonus yet, won't be a 1-on-1. Levis will be inbounding at the midway line. Mahler will be checking in for Baker. Roy to inbound. Does in the backcourt. Horsley is almost fouling Roy Lante.
Roy trying to draw the foul.
It's a great move. Liam almost had an opportunity, and Erickson will be called for the foul on James Lang.
Jesuit still just getting into the bonus. It's a 1-and-1 for James Lang.
Just 1 minute on the clock, so Cavaliers are going to have to push it, get their opportunities, buckle down on defense. But Jesuit is gaining on the lead.
Lang doesn't get the second. It's a 6-point game. 2 threes put Cavaliers right back into it.
Lewis looking to drive. Mahler.
And the ball tipped.
Miscommunication.
Connor can't quite get there.
Horsley kicks it out to Mahler. And he could have been out of bounds, and he was.
Ball and steps out of bounds. And Cavaliers are forced to press. See if Jesuit can react. Cavaliers haven't quite thrown a press all game. Let's see what they can do.
And
the foul. Intentional foul on Colas. 43 seconds on the clock.
Potter letting Rutledge know that he should have been the one inbounding that ball because Qualis is going to have to take those free throws. You want the person with the best. Sorry, some mic audio problems.
Both teams in the huddle talking about two very different things. Jesuit, can we hit our free throws? Cavaliers, can we get back into the game with 43 seconds left?
It's a tough spot for Cavaliers here. They're going to have to defend, get the missed board opportunity here if that is possible. They are hanging in. Potter giving last instructions, as is Coach Mitchell.
And the team's back out on the floor. Colas going to be going 1-and-1 on the free throw line. You know, if he hits these, it's going to be pretty difficult for the Cavaliers to find a tie or even a win.
Colas at the line. Shooting 1-1.
Connor knocks down the first. Now it's a 7-point game in the Crusaders' favor. If he knocks this, it'll be 8 points. Just misses. And they're going to have to run the floor.
Greg is going to look to do it. Lewis, and he's
and
off.
It's a miss.
And that is not what you want to see from Cavaliers. James Lamb pushing it up. Levis, the easy layup.
There's Greg hurt on the floor.
And this is a very scary fall.
He's not able to get up, it seems. Not sure what's happened.
Greg just looking a little shaken up. Trainer is out there checking in on him.
Very own trainer Jen. See her at every athletic event.
Derek DeGregorio.